Good morning friends, myself Salam Basha Khattan. Today I am going to take session on environment and ecology. Environment and ecology. So first of all, let us see its importance in UPSC prelims and the mains. If you go through the previous year's papers, in 2017, 15 questions have been asked from the environment and ecology guys. Okay, I repeat, 2017, 15 questions have been asked from prelims. In prelims part, 2017, 15 questions. So whereas in 2018, 13 questions have been asked, and in 2019 11 questions have been asked by UPSC guys in the prelims part. And if you see its weightage in the mains part, in the mains also every year we get 2 to 3 questions guys, 2 to 3 questions, 2 to 3 questions related to the climate change and the present current affairs guys. Okay, so its importance in UPSC has been used. So in this session I am going to make you as much as easy to understand the concepts of the environment and ecology, such that you can also score good in these topics. Okay, so first of all let us see what are the book lists that we need to go through for this subject. Okay, so book list. Guys, for any topic to read, first of all is the basic, and basic is class notes guys. Okay, class notes. Not only for this environment ecology, for any subject, class notes is very important. And second one is, for the basics, you can go for the biology class 12th NCERT. Biology class 12th NCERT, in that unit 10 chapter number 13, 14, 15 and 16 guys. So this will clear you the basic concepts of the environment guys. Okay, and the important book is Shankar IAS Environment. Shankar IAS Environment. Okay, so Shankar IAS Environment guys. So these are more than enough, and in the meanwhile I will suggest you some of the websites and the reports, all those things guys. Okay, and the surveys. So those things will be dealt in the class itself. Okay, good. So now let us start our session guys. Okay, so I have divided the entire environment ecology in the broad category as 3 topics guys. That is, first one ecology, second topic is biodiversity, and third topic is climate change. Okay, so in ecology we are going to see its importance, what is environment, its level of organization in the ecology. Okay, and the functions of the ecology, like the pyramidal number, mass. Okay, the pyramid of energy, all those things we will see in the first chapter guys. And we will see the food web, food chain. Okay, and the territorial ecosystem, aquatic ecosystem, and the renewable energy sources and pollutions. All those things will be covered in the topic number 1, that is ecology guys. And second topic is biodiversity. So in biodiversity we will see how distribution of biodiversity happened in India and in the world, and the plant diversity, animal diversity, and all those things we are going to see in the biodiversity. And along with that we are going to see the protected area network guys. Okay, like the wildlife sanctuaries, the national parks, the biosphere areas, all those things, and its conservation efforts. Okay, those things will be dealt in the biodiversity. And third topic is the climate change, is very important and the favorite subject for the UPSC guys. Why? Because climate change has such an importance because of its natural happening. Like we are seeing the greenhouse gases effect. Greenhouse gases effect, global warming, okay, ozone layer depletion, okay, and acidification, the melting of ice caps, So all this phenomenon is happening because of the environmental factors and the human factors we are making to the environment. So these things are very, very important. So in climate change, every year we can get 1 or 2 MCQ, the 1 or 2 questions for the mains also, guys. Okay, and the prelims we have good weightage, guys. So these things are going to cover in each and every UPSC exams. Okay, so let us start our session with the first string, guys, that is ecology. In that our first chapter is ecology itself. Okay, good. So in the ecology chapter, that is chapter number 1, ecology. So the entire chapter is divided in this way, guys. So first of all, we will see the importance ecology. So what is its importance, how its usefulness, and all those things that we'll see in the ecology. Second one, what is the history of ecology? Okay, and third one, environment, guys. Environment. And fourth topic, levels of organization in ecology. So we are going to see what are the levels of organization in the ecology. In that we have individual, population, community, ecosystem, biome, and biosphere. So these are the levels of organization in the ecology. So we are going to see all these things in the chapter number 1. So if you see this ends our chapter number 1. Okay, guys. Okay. So I will begin this chapter number 1 with the subtopic ecology. So what do you mean by ecology? So ecology, if you see the term ecology, so eco means home, logy means study. So ecology is nothing but the study of home of the nature. So wherever the nature exists, if you study that home, so its habitat, then it is known as ecology, guys. For example, if you take the example of tiger, so tiger lives in the forest. If you study the nature of the forest, then it's nothing but we have studied its tiger habitat. That is, we have studied that the ecology. Okay, clear, guys? And we need to study like that. We need to have this thing, guys. So the relationship of living organisms with themselves and with the environment is known as ecology, guys. Okay, I repeat, the relationship of living organisms with themselves and with the environment is known as ecology. See, guys, So living organisms. So plant is a living organism. Okay, and another plant. Okay, like we have the reptiles. Okay, human beings. Okay, so the relation between the living organisms with themselves, guys. Okay, and with the environment. Okay, environment. Okay, so the relationship between the living organisms with themselves and with the environment is known as ecology. Guys, try to understand why I am focusing this much on this simple concept. Why? Because you should not confuse with the terms like ecology, environment, ecosystem, all those things. It's all these things they looks like this simple, guys. Means of the same category, but huge difference, guys. Okay, why? Because the UPSC focuses on these topics only. Okay, guys, ecology is nothing but the relationship between the living organisms with themselves and with the environment is known as ecology. Fine, guys. Shall I proceed to the second topic? Okay, good. So now we see what is the history of the ecology. History of the ecology. So ecology is not new topic, guys. It is as old as the human civilization. So on those days only they have intimate knowledge about the ecology, guys. So now we are exploring it. Okay, but its importance have been dated back, guys. Okay, so if you go through the books like Vedas, Brahmanas, all those things, they have good mention about the environment, ecology, and all those things, guys. Okay, if you go through the books like Suchitra Samhita, means these are books about the medicine. So in that book it's clearly mentioned that plants and animals kingdom have been existed, its distribution, its importance, its significance, all those things have been mentioned in those books. And if you see the book like Charaka Samhita, in Charaka Samhita it is clearly mentioned that if we destroyed our natural habitat, that is land, air and water, those things are going to affect us, guys. So same thing that is happening right now. So because of our human activities, we are destroying our environmental conditions, that is land, air and the water. So in return, the environment is having its effect on the human beings, guys. So its importance is not only now, it's have been so dated back, guys. Okay, so this is the history of the ecology. Now we will move to the next topic, that is environment. Okay, environment, guys. So guys, please try to take shortcuts notes. Okay, so that these things are going to help you to clearly distinguish the terminology definitions. Okay, and third topic is environment, guys. Environment. Okay, environment. So environment. What do you mean by environment? So guys, we people are know that, so as environment is not good, all those things we will see. But exactly what the definition of environment? Environment is everything that surrounds you and affects you during your lifetime, guys. So I make it cryptic. Everything that surrounds you and affects you during your lifetime. Okay, guys, everything that surrounds you and affects you during your lifetime is known as environment, guys. So everything that surrounds you. So what are the things that surround us? We have two things, guys. That is living and non-living. These only. So everything that surrounds you and affects you. So its effects may be positive or negative, guys. Okay, its effect may be positive or negative. And during your lifetime, guys, means how many times that you do. So it's not a period of 1 year, 2 year, and all those things. So everything that surrounds you, that is living organisms and non-living organisms, and affects you, as it may be positive or negative, during your lifetime, okay, is known as environment, guys. So how the environment is going to affect us? So if you stay at the greenhouse, like the forest, means it has plenty of greenery, so we get plenty of oxygen, guys. Means our environment is good. Means it is affecting in the positive way. Whereas if we live in the cities, that to the polluted areas, that is affecting us in the negatively. So in such a way that it affects like positive or negative during your lifetime is known as environment. So in other words, we can say that sum total of living organisms and non-living organisms, sum total of living organisms and non-living organisms that influence you, and the events that is happening around you is known as environment. Okay, sum total of living organisms and non-living organisms that influence you and affects you during your lifetime is known as environment. Okay, so guys, we will see that in environment, no individual organisms exist like single, guys. Means each and everyone has to depend upon the other for their survival. Like from small species the virus to human being depend upon the one another for their existence because of the food, water, oxygen, and the shelter, guys. Okay, so its importance. Okay, so in the environment, individual can't exist. So one organism depend upon the other for their survival. So because of the life, shelter, water, oxygen, all those things. Okay. So now let us see how the organisms exist in the environment. So in the environment, the relation between the organisms and the environment is highly complex, guys. Okay. So the way of interaction, all those things will be highly complex, and the environment is not static, guys. It's dynamic. It changes day to day on the conditions. So in the environment, we have seen the two components, guys. That is biotic and abiotic. So what are biotic components? What are abiotic parts? So abiotic means living organisms, guys. Living. The abiotic means non-living. So living organisms which has the life. Non-living, not life. So we have the examples like biotic green plants, non-green plants, animals, all those things. So in the abiotic, we have the examples like sunlight, radiation, energy. Okay. So guys, these things are important for the living organisms to use. For example, sunlight is required for the green plants to prepare food by themselves. Okay. So these are the biotic and abiotic factors that exist in the environment, guys. Okay. Guys, clear? Hope. So shall we move to the next topic? Okay. So these are the biotic and so we have seen its definition and its importance, and it's not the and it is complex system, and it's not the static, is dynamic, it changes, and we have seen the biotic and abiotic components. So now we will see one example, guys, how environment is dynamic and its the existence complexity. For example, if you take the fish, guys, so the living conditions of the fish is the marine system. If you take its survival in the fresh waters, its survival becomes very difficult, guys. So the living conditions of the fish is marine water itself. And if you see the internal and external conditions, in external we can go for the two, guys, that is biotic and abiotic. So what are the biotic components that a fish has? So fish has the biotic components of plankton guys. What are planktons? Planktons are the small microorganisms lives in the water. Okay, the planktons can be as two types, phytoplankton and zooplankton. So phytoplankton means plants guys. Okay, zooplankton means animals. So small microorganisms. Okay, so those are the biotic factors that exist the living conditions of the fish. And second, the aquatic marine animals are the abiotic factors. And if you see the abiotic factors, the sunlight that the fish receives, okay, so the depth of the sunlight and the oxygen present over here, so these are the abiotic components. So these are the external factors. So what are the internal factors? Its body guys, its outer body, its internal the metabolism, all those things will be its internal structure. Okay, so that's why every organism is their relationship with the environment is highly complex. Okay, so now let us move to the next topic guys, that is levels of organization in the ecology. Okay, levels of organization in the ecology. So in that we will see the first topic, individual. Guys, I simply differentiate here what is individual. Individual means single species guys. Okay, single species. Population means group of same species. Okay, population means group of same species. Community is the species. Community is the species, different species guys. Okay, different like so different species has community. Ecosystem is each species having its own system guys, that is ecosystem. Like we have for example animal ecosystem, plant ecosystem. Okay, this okay, and the biome. So biome is an area where an zone is divided in, so the entire earth is divided into some zones guys. So depending upon the temperature, rainfall, vegetation, soil type, and all things, so depending upon those things they are divided into biomes. So we have the biomes like tundra, taiga, temperate, tropical. So entire the territorial system is divided into some zones. So these are known as the biomes guys. Okay, so what is biosphere? So biosphere is the place, it is a part of the earth where life can exist. So that is the combination of land, air, water. So its reason is where these three exist is biosphere. Okay, so this is the simple differentiation between the levels of organization and the ecology. So now we will see what is individual. So individual guys, we can say that an organism is individual if that living being has the ability to act or function guys. So when we can say that an species is individual, and species is individual if it has the ability of to act or function. What do you mean by species guys? It is a specific type of living being, that is like plant or animal. Okay, so individual is the one which has the ability to act or function in the system. Okay, is known as individual. So like we have the fungus, plant and animal. So these have the ability to act or function in the ecosystem guys. So depending upon those surveillance, that is of single species, individual. Okay, fungus, plant or animal. Okay, so now we will see what is population guys. So what is population? Population means group of organisms. What do you mean by group of organisms of same species. Group of organisms of same species occupying a defined area during specific period of time. For example, guys, population. So in India we see the what is population of India. So in that, what are the things that you are taking? Human beings. Like that for an ecosystem there will be like plants, animals, all those things. So population is defined as the group of organisms of same species occupying a defined area during specific period of time. Okay, guys, population is the group of organisms of same species occupying a defined area during specific period of time. Okay, so if you take the example, so what is the population of India? So in that we are taking the species as human beings, that is group of species. So we are taking the group of species, okay, of same species means human beings itself. Defined area, our Indian territory, and specific period. So what is the population of 27, 2018 and all those things. Guys, example, Indian census. Okay, guys, clear? Group of organisms of same species occupying a defined area during specific period of time is known as population. So what is population growth rate, guys? Okay, population growth rate. Population growth rate. So population growth rate. So population growth rate is nothing but the percentage variation between the individuals in the population of the other things at the same time. Okay, guys, clear? So population growth rate means individual is the percentage variation in the sorry guys. So population growth rate, it is defined as the percentage variation between the individuals in the population at two different times. Okay, population growth rate is defined as the percentage variation between the individuals in the population at two different times, guys. For example, I will say, so today we take the place some X days. So today the population of there is like 100. So tomorrow, after a few months, it is 150. So its percentage variation means 150 minus 100 by 100, guys. So 50%. Okay, guys, percentage variation between the number of individuals in the population at two different times is known as population growth rate. So if you take the example in the reverse way, guys, in the same place, if population of today is 50 and tomorrow is 100, so its difference may be, so 100 minus 50 by 50 is equal to 100%, guys. So what we have illustrated from this, the population growth may be positive or negative. So positive or negative. So when we can say the positive growth, when the number of species is increased, then we can say the positive growth rate. So when the number of species, sorry guys, today, so today for example we have 100 and tomorrow we have 50, guys. Okay, sorry sir. So 50%, guys, sorry. So today we have 100 and tomorrow we have 50, guys. So there is decrease in the population. So in the decrease in the population means 100 minus 50 by 100 is equal to 50. So for every time growth we need, so if you need to see the growth, we need to take the census at 2 points, guys, 2 points, and at two different times. Okay, means this is today, this is tomorrow, and the base should be previous one. Okay, okay guys, clear? So this is the how population growth can be measured. So here the increasing population, so positive, so decreasing the population, so negative. So what are the factors that make the population growth rate positive? So positive के लिए क्या factors है, negative के लिए factors क्या है? So for the population growth to be positive, we have the birth rate, and immigration. Okay, immigration is the, so someone is coming to our territory. Okay, is immigration, in coming. Okay, and to be negative, so we have this thing as death rate and immigration. So immigration is the people are going from this place to some other place, so that there is a vacant in the place, that is immigration. So positive and negative. Positive means birth rate and immigration. For the negative population growth rate, it is the death rate and the immigration. Okay guys, clear? What is population growth rate? Is percentage variation between the number of individuals in the population at two different times. Okay, is known as population growth rate. It may be positive or negative. So we have seen it's how it will be positive or negative, and the factors that make population growth positive is the birth rate and the immigration, and the negative is the death rate and the immigration. So we will see what is population density, guys. What is population density? What is population density? Population density. So population density is nothing but it. So population density is the variation between the number of species that exist over and region, guys. Means in simply we can say that it is the relation between the number of organisms or the number of individuals of the population at a specific at a defined area. So at a defined area, its density will be measured, guys. So means आपको ये defined area. Okay guys, I repeat, it is the variation between the number of individuals of the population occupying a defined area. Guys, clear? So we can say the population density of India. So it is the number of individuals. So number of individuals occupying a defined region. Okay. So this is Indian territory. Like it's in, we can say like this. Okay. Okay. So its density, guys. Okay. Number, it is the relation between the number of individuals of the population occupying a defined area. Defined area is known as population density. So to measure population density, we take the smallest area, guys, like 1 square kilometer. So the population density of India is 464 kilometer square. Okay. Population density of India is 464 kilometer square. This is known as population density, guys. So I think we have done the individual, population. Now we will move to the next topic, community. Okay, community. Community. So what do you mean by community? So what do you mean by term community? See guys, if you see here, so in this So see the what are the elements in the community. So plants, animals, the fish, reptiles, rainfall, soil, the animal and the water. So these many are the elements which exist in the community. So a single species in order to survive, a species in order to survive. So for any species, any this or this in order to survive, it consisting. So in order to survive, it depends upon the some other individual species, guys. Okay, it depends upon this some other individual species such that they closely interact and they make their relation, guys. Okay, is known as community. Means every individual species can't be differently alike, guys. So in the individual, that is single. In population, two species. Community means more than two. So different species coming together is known as the community, guys. Okay, in community, so individual is dependent on the other for the survival. In order to survive, their dependence on the different species is closely interacted, guys. Okay, so that these closely interacted to each other and then make the system good. So if you see, guys, so if you take the one organism from the community, the entire community will be damaged, guys. Okay, so it's very important to have each and every organism in the community, guys. So if you take this fish, so it's the things which depend upon the fish will be get affected, guys. So if the everything live in means at a healthy places, so their community will be health and they can produce good reproduction, guys. So community is such a thing. It's entirely depending upon the one on other for the survival, guys. Okay, so the community may be small or the large. Okay, it may be small or the large. So it is not fixed, guys. It is flexible. So it is flexible and the rigid. Okay, community may be small or large. It is flexible and or it may be rigid. Okay. So how the community is named? So community is named depending upon its dominant species, guys. Dominant species. So what are the dominant species? So the organisms, the species where there is more in number at that place is known as dominant species. For example, if you take the example of grasslands. What? Grasslands. So the dominant species of the grasslands is herbs, shrubs and the trees, guys. What are herbs? What are herbs? Herbs are the green plants, guys. Okay, green plants. Small green plants are known as herbs. And what are shrubs? Shrubs are the small to medium range woody plants. Small to medium range woody plants are known as the shrubs. Whereas tree is the one which has the large stem and the big woody plant, guys. So there is much difference between herb, shrubs and the trees. You should know, guys. Okay, herbs are the small green plants. So green organisms which are small in height and all these things are the herbs. Whereas the shrubs are the small to medium woody plants, and the trees are the large plants, guys. Okay, large woody plants. Okay, and there is large in the and is big in size. Okay, so depending upon this, the community is named as the grassland community. Okay, guys. So it may be small like the tree and it may be large like the forest, guys. So guys, it is the concept of the community, guys. So now we will see community is divided into two types, guys. That is the major community and the minor community. So what are the characteristics of the major community? So major and minor. So community is divided into major and community. So if we take the examples of tropical evergreen forest, guys. Tropical evergreen, that is large. So whereas the minor community we have the small community, guys. Okay, small communities. And second one we have, they are well organized. And these are the secondary aggregators. Of large community. community guys. Oh, so these are smaller, we can call it as societies. These are secondary aggregators of large communities, and they have independent guys. Independent. So these are not independent guys. So these are not independent. They depend upon the major for nutrition. Major community for nutrition, and they depend upon the sunlight for energy. Okay guys, and they are independent, but they are not independent. They depend upon the major community for the nutrients and the sunlight for the energy. So these also depend upon the sunlight guys for energy. Sunlight for energy. So example is tropical evergreen forest. Tropical evergreen forest. So their example is lichens depends on cow dung. So in this way the community is divided into the major community and the minor community. It is large, it is small, it is well organized, it is second aggregator, that is it is the second aggregator of the large community. So independent and this depend upon the major community for the nutrients and the sunlight for the energy. So these also depend upon the sunlight for the energy. So the example is tropical evergreen forest. The lichens depend upon the cow dung. So example guys. So these are the difference between the major community and the minor community guys. Okay. So now we will see. So now we will see structure of the community. Structure of community. So how is the structure of the community? So the structure of the community depends upon its environmental factors guys. So what are the environment factors that exist over there? Environment factors includes both the living and non-living. So those factors will make the structure of the community. Its characteristics make the how structured the community is. And the second one is its role and is the role organisms plays guys. Okay. The first one I said environmental factors. Environmental factors. So and the second one is the role guys. So the role the organism plays in the ecosystem. So those will make the structure of the community and its interaction. Guys. So these factors will make the how structured a community is. Okay guys, environment factors, the role of the organisms and the interaction between the organisms. So all these factors will make the structure of the community good guys. Okay, if any mismatch will happens, the entire structure will be damaged guys. Okay, so and the last topic, what is meant by niche. So niche is nothing but it is a role an organism plays in the ecosystem guys. Okay, it is a role an organism plays in the ecosystem. Niche, N-I-C-H-E. Okay, it is a role an organism plays in the ecosystem for the food, the habitat and the living conditions. So for the food, habitat and the living conditions. So in India, means not only in India, no two species are having this same niche. That is, no two species are alike guys. If two species are alike, it's very difficult for the two species to survive guys. Why? Because for example, there is only one chalk-piece guys. So there are two faculty members who are in need of the same chalk-piece. So they both will quarrel for the chalk-piece like that. So means not only here guys, in the human beings, in every places like that. So their requirement is very less, means their availability is very less, but the requirement is the more guys. So anywhere no species is having the same niche. Okay guys, clear? So now we will see the few multiple choice questions guys, so that we will end this session here itself. And the next class we will continue with the ecosystem, biome and biosphere guys. So we will see the few MCQs guys. So first one, consider the following statements. Consider the following statements. Okay. Guys, sorry. Consider the following statements regarding the sorry guys. Consider the terms and its definitions. First one, niche, living plus non-living organisms, FHC, during your lifetime. So guys, so they will be given like that: niche, that is living and the non-living organisms that affects you during lifetime. Second one, environment, role an organism play in ecosystem. And third statement, ecology, relationship between living organisms and with environment. Okay guys, ecology is the relationship between the living organisms and with the environment. So we need to take which one is correct. One only, three only, one and two only, 1, 2, 3. So guys, niche. So what is the definition of niche? It is the role an organism play in the ecosystem. Means interchange guys. So this is wrong. Okay. What is environment? Environment is the living and non-living organisms that affects you during your lifetime guys. Means it's cross. Okay. It's also wrong. So what is ecology? It's the relation between the living organisms and with the environment guys. So it is right. This is the right statement. So the correct answer is only 3. So option B is correct answer. Okay guys, clear? So simply I have wrote the definitions which I explained in the class itself. These are the type of questions which UPSC will ask guys. Okay, clear guys? So shall we move to the second question? Okay. Which of the following is abiotic component? Okay, green plants, non-green plants, animals, energy. So abiotic component case means which is not having the life or which is non-living organisms. So green plants are the abiotic case. Okay, this is correct. Okay, non-green plants are also abiotic gas. So don't confuse with the green and non-green plants. It is plants inside. So plants are biotic components. So these are the things which will ask in the UPSC guys to confuse us. Okay. Animals. So animals are also biotic, whereas energy is non-biotic gas. So the correct answer is energy. Okay. So this is the abiotic component. Guys, clear? Green plants, non-green plants, animals, and energy. So energy is the abiotic component. Okay. So we move to the next question. That is question number 3. So consider the examples of Arctic ecosystem. Oh, sorry guys, sorry. Consider the factors of positive population growth rate. So what are the factors of the positive growth rate? Yes. So positive population growth rate. So we have birth rate, death rate, immigration, immigration. Okay. 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 2 and 3. Okay, guys, I will change here. Okay, so positive population growth rate. So what are the positive population growth? Means the number of species should be increased. So it is birth rate where the number of species increase. So death rate it will be decrease. So immigration increase. So immigration decrease. So the correct answer is 1 and 3. So option B guys. Okay, option B is the correct answer. Okay guys, clear? Like if they ask for the negative, then it is right guys. Okay, so if they ask for negative, then these things are right. Death rate and immigration. Okay, so these are the type of questions which will are asked by the UPSC guys. So now we will see the one more question. So question number 4. Consider the characteristics of community. Consider the characteristics of community in ecology. Okay, first one, small only, fixed, okay, and name would depend on upon the less species. Guys, so these are the statements they have been asked. So what do you mean by community? So community, so it's small only they are asking us. Okay, and it's fixed only, and it is named depend upon the less species. Okay. Okay guys, so here it may be small, guys. It may be small or large. So it is not fixed, guys. It is flexible. It is flexible. So name depend on less species, not dominant or more species. So in these the three statements are, guys. So they may give the options like this, guys. Like one only, two only, one and two only, none. So the correct answer is none, guys. So three statements are not correct. They regarding the community. So in such a way the UPSC asks the questions, guys. So guys, with this we end this session over here. We start the next session with the next topic, that is ecosystem, and we complete that topics in the next session itself, guys. Guys, do you have any doubt? I will be available at the staff room. Please come and meet me. Otherwise, you can ask me doubt in the class itself if you have anything else. Okay? So no issues, guys. We came here to study, so it's nothing wrong. We need to learn the things and we need to success in the examinations, guys. That is the only motto, guys. So please don't keep in mind that the person besides you will feel that like it is small doubt, it is big doubt. No question about that, guys. So doubt is the doubt itself. So guys, no one in this country or the having the means same knowledge, guys. If you see the UPSC interview persons also, some people even didn't know the basic, guys. So why? Because it doesn't mean that he is out of the competition, guys. Okay, so every species should be knowing everything is the myth. So whenever you have any doubt, you have any queries, you please contact me, guys. I will try to resolve the things as early as possible, guys. Okay, are you comfortable with my class? Good, guys. Okay, good. So thank you. We will continue the next session tomorrow. Okay, thank you.